Hello, Lori. I hope you're holding up well. This will be some video feedback for you on milestone 1. And I'll be looking at your zip file and other ingredients that you submitted. I bid you strength. Lori, I wanted to compliment you on the documentation of your process, and you have your screenshots beginning with your earlier silhouette, how you placed it. It's really instructive to me and very thorough. Some of your adjustment layers, and then gradually, step by step, how you built up your ad, how you've imported the vector file onto its own layer, and then finally how you've composited everything. So this is, you can use this very easily to illustrate your final narrative. And I've rarely seen somebody so thorough in their documenting their process. Great job. So I've opened up your file and let's see, clicking path. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's what you've used to crop out all the excess, I'm assuming. And but you got everything on layers. That's great. I can turn them on or off. And let's see, folders. You had them locked, so that might be part of the problem. Hot stones. I would assume that I would be shutting these on or off. It looks like you have the entire thing on a single layer. Am I incorrect in that? Ideally, you would have each of these images embedded on that page, or embedded on that layer. But nonetheless, you get the idea of layers, and I can edit things pretty free. Well, can I? Yes, I can. Can I edit the text? Not curious. Or is this one large PDF? Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but there might be a slight disconnect between embedding images or photos and versus placing a composite image on its own layer. What I was going to do is, maybe turn off some of these things. Like, I don't know if you need these gray borders between these tiled images. Maybe it's just having them butt up to the color solid or so forth. I like this box in the middle. You have used the corporate typeface. It looks a little condensed, however. By condensed, I mean narrow vertically. So hopefully you haven't squashed it. Have you used a version of Arial that is condensed like that? Just curious. I'm trying to move these things around here. It's sometimes difficult to center copy like this. It makes for very long lines. So what I would suggest you do is maybe larger uncondensed type, shorter lines. It may have to be more of them. Use the Arial Roman, not the italic, and have it flush left, rag right. And then perhaps have this breathe, relax, unwind, not so far separated. Perhaps have breathe, comma, relax, comma, unwind, period. Or, some other thing that shortens them, that makes this the slogan, breathe, relax, unwind. Perhaps even stacking them vertically. I'm not sure you might want to make the transparency of this purple box, make it semi-transparent. And if you could, maybe have some of the images show through faintly. Also, I don't think it's necessary to outline type. Try maybe a different placement, but I think the gray outline is a little heavy-handed, or perhaps use a hairline. And then on the logo, you've successfully imported the vector logo. I like its placement. It comes a little close to the edge. It might be better just to bleed top and side off as you have here. Avoid thin borders. Remember, this is going to be trimmed. It's a magazine ad. So, and this, if it's a right-hand page, is going to get lost in the gutter. So the tolerances for the trim, it's going to whack off part of the border. You might get a little sliver of gray some days, and other days you might get more than that. So thin hairline borders at the trimmed edge are probably impractical. Just saying. And also, unnecessary, I think, detail. Think about ways that you can think of the rule of thirds in videography. That is where you have two simple axes, vertical and horizontal, and you can align your material or ingredients on those axes. You might want to Google rule of thirds. It's a real simple compositional rule. It gives you a rationale for placement. Lori, I think I'll probably leave it here. Let me zoom out just so we get a final image of it. And if you have any questions or I have been unclear in anything, don't hesitate to either text or email me. And I think I published my number various places. Good job. I look forward to seeing how your animation banner shapes up.